Donald Trump and Kamala Harris went head-to-head in their first and what probably will be their only debate before the November election. But instead of the debate being a robust exchange of ideas and detailed insight into policy, it was a one-sided pile-on facilitated by biased ABC moderators. Sky News All-Stars Paul Murray and Rita Panahi exposed the lies that Kamala Harris was allowed to get away with during the presidential debate. Kamala Harris was celebrated by many for winning the debate against Donald Trump. But commentators like Sky News All-Stars Paul Murray and Rita Panahi have since come out to expose the blatant lies she repeated throughout that her supporters seem to be ignoring. Kamala Harris wheeled out the already debunked Charlottesville lie.
Let's remember Charlottesville.
Oh, Charlottesville.
Where there was a mob of people carrying
So she's going to now repeat the Biden lies.
Hate.
Again, this is such a dangerous, verifiable lie because it's all on video.
Let's remember.
Will the moderators fact check her on this lie? Because even the left-leaning Snopes site has said this is a lie because it's all on video.
Oh, come on.
Similarly, Harris repeated the already debunked bloodbath comment, which tried to paint Trump as an inciter of violence.
On that point, Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
Mexico has taken over a period of 30 years, 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it, went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
In another show of hypocrisy, Kamala Harris publicly blamed China for COVID-19. This comes after she slammed Trump for racism when he did the same during the pandemic.
Thank you, President Xi, exclamation point, when we know that she was responsible for lacking and not giving us transparency about the origins of COVID.
Oh, so she's going to blame China for COVID. When Trump was doing that, they called him racist. They had campaigns, Stop Asian Hate.
100%.
Are you kidding me?
But see, look at this now.
She's going to wear a MAGA hat next.
This is not good. She's been over-advised.
4 years ago, and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy, but...
Abortion was also a hot topic throughout the debate, with more baseless lies spurred by Harris that were left unchecked by the moderators.
Understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban.
He will sign a national
in his
abortion
Project 2025, there will be a national...
He won't do that. So
She was doing really well for her people, and now she's gone too far.
Yeah, but...
Because he's not going to sign an abortion ban.
I reckon there's a lot of crossover between the Project 2025 cultists and the abortion enthusiasts who see abortion as the number one issue, if not the only issue.
But if I could just get a yes or no, because your running mate, J.D. Vance, has said that you would veto it if it did come to your desk.
Well, I didn't discuss it with J.D. In all fairness, J.D. And I...
Again, the moderator is asking, stepping in as almost an assistant attorney or something on what is going on.
But also, this is the third time they've asked about a national abortion ban. He said no once, he said no twice. They are trying to get a soundbite for her.
Kamala Harris then repeated the Project 2025 lie that Trump has already rebuked countless times, again with no pushback from the moderators.
What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again. I believe very strongly that the American people want a president who understands the importance of bringing us together, knowing we have so much more in common than what separates us, and I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump will give you a minute here to respond.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it.
Paul Murray then blasted Kamala Harris for her low-blow comment about Trump's meeting with the Taliban.
The president at the time invited the Taliban to Camp David, a place of storied significance.
Oh, hang on. Listen, hang on. No. I'm not, this is outrageous what she's doing here. Now, yes, the idea that, he invited the Taliban to Camp David. The Taliban was the government before, ended up being the government after. Yes, that means at one point the enemy, but peace talks between the person that you're fighting a war with can happen. That's a very low blow from them.
I would much rather have the Taliban in Camp David being told, if you kill a single American, we will blow up your house and show them a picture of the house so they know
100%.
precisely where it is, than leaving the Taliban billions of dollars of weaponry and abandoning your citizens, abandoning your allies, people who provided assistance to America for years.
Come on, son. Get in there.
I got involved. And Abdul is the head of the Taliban. He is still the head of the
God bless Abdul. No, not God bless Abdul.
Yeah, we've all got that one friend. Mine's called Abdul. He happens to run the Taliban.
Abdul.
Gun reform is a highly controversial topic in the United States, and Kamala Harris tried to play both sides on this one, claiming she is pro-gun ownership when her past statements have suggested otherwise.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. It's got to be smart. We got to do it the right way.
Do you believe in the mandatory buyback of quote-unquote assault weapons?
I do believe that we need to do buyback.
And it wasn't only Kamala Harris lying in the debate. The ABC moderators who took it upon themselves to contribute their own opinions were proven wrong in the debate about abortions.
Doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
This led Sky News All-Star Megyn Kelly to unleash on the ABC moderators.
Absolutely. It was a 3-on-1 pile-on. It was an ambush, and they went in there prepared to do it. Looking back on it now, going back and, we pulled the transcript, and you read, all the questions and how it worked. And every single time Trump tried to bridge away or didn't answer the question and tried to answer either his own sort of thoughts, offer his own thoughts on something, or even meander on defending himself against one of her attacks, they would bring him back to their difficult question. Like, the question was this. Every time she did that, she got a pass. They never once did that to her. Every time he said something they didn't think was true, they fact-checked him. 9 times out of 10, their fact-check was BS. It was made up, it was a lie, or it was an opinion, which had no place at a presidential debate. How many fact-checks did they do of her? None. Her lies were all over the place. She started the debate by saying, you're going to hear a lot of lies tonight, and indeed that was true, but they were from her.